guys? Been a while. Back. Live action. Working on this. Tried to do some in-roll bar stuff, but I'll be honest with you, I foo-barred it. I cut it down too short. I guess I'm a little rusty. Been a couple months off and should have measured 17 times and cut once, so paperweight. CJRC was super awesome. Good guys. Helped me out on a Sunday. Gonna get me fixed up. So I'm gonna come back to that. In the meantime, we still have plenty of bars to do. So this is another new bar right here. Yes, it is angled because the back half is a little more narrow than the 22-inch center that these rails are built on. So you get the idea. Masking tape is kind of where I'm plotting out everything. So I just fit this up, which had 47 different copes in it, different angles. So it took a little while, but at least one a day, guys. I'm trying to get back on that. This is gonna be what's next, and it's gonna be a carbon copy on the driver's side. I did sell the seat to a friend of mine because just not gonna work out. Beautiful seat, it was great, just not gonna work out. So I'm gonna have to try and do a carbon deal and a pour in eventually. But for now, I have pipes and material sitting here, and we still have a bunch of pipes to get run and stuff. So until I get back on my feet, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be throwing some pipes around. So I did have my mock-up block. Summit was pretty killer about that. The bolt holes didn't line up, and they're gonna make it right. They're gonna warranty the deal out for me so I can use the mock-up block completely, use all the bolt holes the way you're supposed to, and I'll be able to get that mounted and finish out the double frame rail portion right there and keep trucking. But just a little update, something short, something quick. Didn't forget about it, just trying to get back on my feet. So here we are. Let's try and end out the year on a bang. Yeah. Thanks for not giving up and following and stuff like that. And share it, subscribe it, like it, don't like it, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Whatever, I see it all. So appreciate y'all, and stay tuned. We'll be dropping some more, like I said, one a day. Just one a day. So appreciate y'all.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so we cut some bars. Drake cut some bars, so I didn't cut bars. So these right here are more diagonal bars for the backbone. So you see it follows down the tail here. Everything's symmetrical. And then these will do the same thing. So we're gonna go ahead and start finding some angles and getting everything coped out. And that's the plan right now. And then as far as that goes, the floor section of the tail, I guess you'd call it, would be done. And then I'll start doing the ladder bracing down the side. Since we can't do anything with the roll bar right now, we'll do that. Like I said, we did these yesterday, so good progress. All right, got this bar cut like we talked about. It's lined up. It all looks good. Happy with it. So now all we gotta do is make the one for the other side now. So we got going on. These central tools right here are the bee's knees. If you don't have them, get them. So guys, we're back. Trying to do a time lapse. I don't know if I've put it in before this clip or after. I'm not sure yet. But man, look at that. Ladder bracing. Starts tying it together, y'all. I mean, just gotta pick a spot and roll with it. You know? If you don't know, watch some stuff, watch some videos. Watch videos like this. She's all in there. So, some of these bars are welded all the way out, but the problem is when you start doing that, everything will start getting heat soaked. So you kind of hit a point where you need to let it cool off. Otherwise, it'll just have so much heat in it, it's not going to work in your favor that well. So across the past 2 days, I weld a bunch. As I know it gets hot, I move on, go to something else. Or generally what I do is I'll fit everything up, and then when it gets late at night, I'll weld as much as I can. Then I call it a night, and then the next day when I come in, I'll weld more on it. But where we're at right now is you can see that bar, that diagonal bar over there, it's not welded in. It's just sitting there because I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now, this bar is one angle and it's in a bend, and this bar is at a different angle. So that means you ain't using a notcher. Got one of the best notchers you can get. I mean, other than having an end mill notcher, which I can't afford, but here we are. Buildco guillotine notcher. It's called a guillotine because like guillotine works great, but this is, like I said, on multiple different axes. So there you go. That's a good view. I do it by hand. The way that I generally do it is I'll use, let's see here, Bauer. Say what you want. I know we got Milwaukee lovers, but for the money, man, I got all their brushless grinders. So I keep a cutoff wheel on one, and I keep a tiger disc on the other. I use cutoff wheel to kind of get a close angle. I'll use a Sharpie and mark the rough angle, and I'll cut most of the material off with that. Then what I do is I come back with tiger disc, and I'll start shaping. I think this is a 60 grit tiger disc. It ain't 60 grit now. It's worn, and I like it that way. So makes things easier. So I'll start slowly massaging the pipe, and I'll show you those up. And you just take a little piece at a time until finally, finally it'll fit. It'll fit up real good. The top right there, I do need to massage just a little bit, but it's very close. So I'm happy with it. And then there's also going to be one more from here to here. So that's kind of where we're sitting. That's a little update. I know a lot of this is going to be time lapse, but I'm trying to make a little longer video of y'all actually seeing stuff get done. I'm not going to stop and show you how to cope each and every pipe. I've kind of been over that a little bit. If it's something special, I'll kind of go over it, which that's what we were just doing about this, because like I said, y'all can't use a notching tool to notch every single pipe. Most of them, yes, but there's going to be some times where coping them by hand is the ticket. And y'all, there's a lot of builders that literally notch by hand. That's how they like it. They get a good fit, and they still to this day do it. I save a little bit of time by using a notcher on the simple angle. So that's what I do. And don't get me wrong, even though you use a notcher, you still have to clean it up after every notch because it's not perfect. So I'll use that tiger disc, I'll clean it up, I'll open it up, and I'll get just a little bit better fit, because the better the fit, honestly, the better the welds come out. And that's just how it is. I was trying to show y'all if I got one here. Let's see. Maybe y'all can see on this one. You see it's got really good fit up there. I just haven't welded around. This pipe started to get a little heat soaked, but you see that? Good fitment. Good fitment. Again, I'm no pro. Never built a chassis in my life. Just kind of got put in a rock and a hard place. So it was either learn how to do it and try it, or give up and just no longer race. And I'm not ready to give up just yet. So like I said, I'll use this opportunity to try and help everybody else. I want y'all to remember that just because you've never done something don't mean you can't. Don't ever give up. something bad happens, figure a way through it. You can always figure it out. Man, there's a lot of great people that have had my back through this deal. That's a Merillat rear end, Earl Schexnayder, Schexnayder Racing, Doug Cook, Motion Raceworks, Mike Henson, Henson Racing Engines. That's just kind of to name a few. I'm sure there's a few that I'm missing as well too. Garage Built has always helped me out quite a bit, and several local friends. Cameron Johnson, CJRC. I had an oopsie moment with their anti-roll bar, and I called him, and he got me fixed up with what I need to keep going on that. But, you know, the racing community is pretty good. They come together pretty strong, and every one of these people have helped out tremendously. So it's a blessing, and how this is turning out is a blessing. It's very exciting. So y'all just remember, don't ever give up. If you'll have any questions about anything, I'll do my best to answer it to the best of my knowledge. But yeah, starting to look like something. Let the Pro Mod comments start rolling, I guess. All right, I got the camera on. We're gonna do a time lapse. I'm gonna work on these bars up here. These are difficult. It's gonna take a little bit more time. So I just kind of want to do a little update where we're sitting with it, and go from there. And like I said, we got the camera rolling. You can see the bottom of the firewall there, the number 18 bars, and I don't remember what number the diagonal ones are. But yeah, so anyway, all right, I'm gonna put the phone down, get back to work, and I'm sure we'll pop back into a time lapse. Later. All right, so that's kind of where I'm gonna stop. Vertical bars, diagonal, there and there on both sides. I'm going to have to add the one that goes here to here as well. That's kind of my stopping point for the weekend. I get ready for work tomorrow, but she's looking good. A lot of welding to do.